Let's turn to the PSL. I know there's still a lot of uncertainty around the 6 schools that are going to be taken over by the state. What's going on with that?
Well, it's called the Education Achievement Authority. It's a state-run organization that's taken over 6 of the schools. The 3 on the west side are Mumford, Central, and Henry Ford. 3 on the east side are big-time schools, Denby, Pershing, Southeastern. They're going to have longer school days and longer school years. They might go into late June for these school times. And the problem is, if they're longer school days, we all know about the transportation problems within the city. We've dealt with that. You know, you show up for a PSL game, whether it be football or basketball, it's delayed. I mean, some of the games are delayed by 45 minutes with all the miscommunication that takes place. If these students go further into the school day, let's say they get off at 3:45, 4 o'clock. These are 4 o'clock starting times for football. I talked to Alvin Ward, the director of DPS, the athletics. He says, we can't change our schedules. I said, can't you play them at 5 o'clock, which would seem reasonable? He said, we can't do that. I said, is it the transportation thing? He says, you bet it is. You know, these bus drivers are scheduled to leave at a certain time and return at a certain time. We can't change our scheduling for these, you know, few schools. So something's got to give here, whether they have the athletes get out of school early for that last hour or something has to be done. Now, it might not seem like a big deal, but in the PSL, they play, you know, once in a while, we've noticed they have the game of the week, 7 o'clock start, but all their games normally are 4 o'clock starts. This could be a problem. You know, talking to some of the coaches like Chuck Albright, the basketball coach at Denby, he doesn't think he's going to lose that many kids. What I mean by that, some parents might not want their students, their children, to go to a school that the school day is, you know, let's say an 8-hour school day and plus longer into the school year. They might take their kids out of the charter school into the charter schools, which we've seen in the past. So he doesn't think he's going to lose many of his kids, but you never know. Some borderline kids who, you know, parents aren't sure that this is the right system for their student or their children to be inducted to. I guess I want to take a step back here. When I was in high school, your attention span only lasted so long. By the end of the day, you were ready to get the heck out of there. You just couldn't absorb anymore. You had enough. Now, if you're asking some of these kids in the city to stay, let's say, an extra hour and a half in a school day every day, I'm not sure this is the right thing. Hey, I applaud the state for trying to upgrade the test scores and the grade point averages of the students that are not reaching those goals. I'm not sure this is the right way. Alvin Ward said it might be a one-year thing and they might go back to what it was. So we'll see. It's interesting.